Push him back. Push him back.
Faking the give. Now Watson. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Jalen Smith. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Back to throw. Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 27 yards there, a first down.
First down, Houston.
Good set. 19. 54. Mike, 54. That's the run. That's the run. That's the run.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
I enjoyed watching Robert Quinn in pregame warm-ups with you down on the field. Did it surprise you how tall and angular he is? You wouldn't think he'd be able to play against the run that well, would you?
But he can, and he showed it right there, didn't he?
That's that wrestling background he has. He understands leverage as well as anyone in the game. A big-time wrestler in high school. He didn't lose very often.
3-time heavyweight state champ in South Carolina. Here's Watson. Dancing to his left. He finds his target, Fuller. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 35.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. Man open, that's Kiki QT, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Josh Ferguson with his first carry. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I'd go right at them with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it with Miller. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. Running right, Ferguson on the give. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken about the 12. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Being chased out left. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. DJ Reader there on the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
At the 48-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check.
Looking to throw. Prescott going right side. He has Winton. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Whitney merciless. Coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming from the 22. Here's 2nd and 8. Watson sliding out of the pocket. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Check. Watch 54. Watch the 54. Check 37. Check 37. And go.
To throw is Watson. And that is incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Prescott now from the 50. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there, 1st down. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
I call it no gain there on the 1st down play. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. To the air again, Prescott. And a crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans 16. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
He did spend 1 year with Teddy. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. But now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to...
And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Flushed out right. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the
3rd and long. It's Watson. Flush to his right. Going deep for Hopkins. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Well, let's have some fun while we have a minute here. Fantasy drafts are in full swing. I know I've got my family fantasy draft coming up, Charles. Who would be your top 3 picks? I know that you're a noted fantasy football expert, so who would you take?
Well, you've got to start with guys who are going to touch the football and put it in the end zone, right? You got to score points. How about Saquon Barkley with the Giants? You know he's going to run it. He's going to catch it. When they get desperate, they may actually have him return it as well. Alvin Kamara is an absolute matchup nightmare for everyone. And Christian McCaffrey, did he ever come off the field last year? And, you know, this guy, he's a threat to be a 1,000-yard runner and a 1,000-yard receiver, as is Kamara. So this is going to be fun to watch. I can't wait to see those guys do their thing. But they're putting...
That's caught at the 25. There he goes, Amari Cooper. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Reset. 19. Mike front forward. They gonna need some therapy after this. 19-9.
From the gun, here's Watson. Steps away to his left. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of his first half of action. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. Now it's Watson. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet, they're going to go for it on fourth. Here we go on fourth. Watson forced out to his left. Off to Thomas on the left side. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Watson off play action. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Now Watson escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Chidobe with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, Charles, while we have a moment, you know what we need to do here is give a nod to the new Hall of Famers who were brought into Canton and inducted on August the 3rd. Champ Bailey, Pat Bolin, Gil Brandt, Tony Gonzalez, Ty Law, Kevin Mawai, Ed Reed, and Johnny Robinson, all part of the class.
Fantastic class. When you talk about guys who played at a top level, obviously they're Hall of Famers. But what I found interesting about it is you've got a great pass catcher, the best pass-catching tight end in history, in Tony Gonzalez.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Football.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Throwing again is Watson. Buying time to his left. Going deep for Hopkins. And that is incomplete. Stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. The Texans on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
55, Mike, 55. Hey, eat. Watch one. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Man out.
And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. The Texans on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Check, 55. 55. It's a party now. Mike, 55. Oh, here we go. Oh, 55's Mike, guys, 55. Oh, yeah. 54's down, he's coming.
A final shot before the break. Watson eluding the pressure right. Going deep for Hopkins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Defense wins championships, baby. Check, 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 check.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Completes it to Jason Witten. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 41-yard line.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. A first down carry by Elliott. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They go to Elliott again. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Here we go. 41 Mike. He's tired of me. He's tired of us.
Play action now. Prescott. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still,
no
yardage. Okay.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. Running with Elliott. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And this Texans defense stands tall.
Mike,
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. On 2nd and 7, Watson. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Bradley Roby, the quarterback, there to make the stop.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Mike, come on. You better bring it.
Again, it's Elliott. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Check 41. Let's go.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
They go play action here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Whitney merciless, his second sack of the night.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. On play action, Prescott. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Let's go, defense. Here we go. Here we go, 47. Hey, 4-1 Mike. Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
Prescott from the gun. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Elliott. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes the Dallas kicker, Brett Maher. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack onto their lead as we get set for the 4th.
Texans 7. Brett Maher on for the field goal. A 54-yard attempt.
And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it on line, but it comes up about a rotation short. So this defense gets an assist from the goalpost, and as a result, it's going to keep them within one score.
Yeah, and that looked to be good the whole way. But that is a big break here in the fourth quarter of a football game. Now your offense needs to find a way to capitalize.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson over the middle. That's caught by QT. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Dancing to his left. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
To the air yet again. Watson being chased out left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson, and he'll find QT on the right side complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On 1st down, it's Watson. Rolling to, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The sack by Robert Quinn. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Back to throw, Watson. His throw caught right around the 6. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 27 yards there, a 1st down. Out of the gun, Watson. The quick slant caught. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. This will be taken about the 12. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. And remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
It's second and 8 at the 31-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
Check 13. Check 13. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3. 49. Check 46.
They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on third and just a yard.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock, in a tight 1-point game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run it with Elliott. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. Ezekiel Elliott not able to get it past the marker. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's go. You tighten up. Shit.
On 1st down, Ferguson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
On 1st again, they go with Ferguson. And down inside the 15 he goes. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Kill.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Ferguson, and he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs. They'll try the right side with Ferguson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. On 3rd down, Miller. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to take the lead here in the final minute. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here we go, 46.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Cooper was the target there, and it's 3rd down.
Let's hear it, Texans fans, because it's 3rd down.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they look to throw. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. And now they get the timeout call. So they got one of the big plays that they needed. Can they do it again? Don't change that dial. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. So that'll bump it back to a 1st and 15. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports.